Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to our Sunday scheduled cooking session. Let's call it session. We'll be making a few nice things today. One that I've done before and one that I want to try. The thing I want to try is the sweet thing. I have my biscuits over here. Hello, by the way. Also, today it's going to be a little bit different because probably I'll be speaking a bit less, cooking a bit more because my eye is acting up again and I kind of try to focus a little bit. So, leek soup with bacon, a velvet soup, very favorite, very nice for all season if you like soups. But we're going to start with the sweet thing. I've seen this on the internet. I wanted to try it. So, and we will. Hi, Hecky, how you doing? Good morning. So we're going to start with this because it needs to stay on the fridge for an hour before we can move on with it. As you do know, I don't have a bigger one, so we have all these to do. So let's get started, and we'll take it from there and see where we're going to end up. This might take a minute. So hopefully tomorrow I'll go back on the doctor. This is a permanent issue, so it comes and goes. But since I need to cook anyways, and I need to do this anyways, because I promised, you're just going to have to watch me with one eye closed. You're getting better? Good. We're all sick this month. It's kind of funny how that works, isn't it? Yeah, I hope you get better. Because one way or the other, it would be nice to meet up and catch up. But first and above all, health. Try and sort that out. I'm trying to. So, anything else interesting happening, Hecky? You're getting married, new projects. How's your Warhammer going? No, really? Yeah, welcome to my world. It's kind of funny, isn't it? There are times in life There are times in life where you have so many things going on. I don't know, you meet a woman or a guy, whatever, and you have a new job, you're moving houses, you're doing things, and then there comes a stage where it kind of like goes stagnant. You know what I mean? And you're looking for something new, something different because you're bored. Let's go back to, the everyday life stuff after a while. That's why I think it's important somebody to be able to self-motivate and find projects. Yeah, I mean, I was like, yeah, I need something new. Let's do the cooking. I need something new. Let's do another stream. Let's try another game. Let's build something. Let's try and read about a business or something. Trying to find things to keep myself motivated doing things. Otherwise, you sit down and the same shit and that's it. Tibbs, thanks for the sub, buddy. How are you doing this Sunday? I know. I mean, you are in the category where you already have a lot of projects. You moved to a new country, got a new job, and you didn't just move town, man. You moved fucking countries. You're on the still doing stuff. All right, trying to get the tip to my account back, is it? Okay, that's good. Well, I'm sure Max is very capable. He'll sort it out for you. No worries. Yeah, you will, you will. I mean, he's busy, but he's good at what he does. He's a nice person. Yeah, of course I want you on the guild, man. We're friends for so long. Why wouldn't I want you in the guilds? Even with a new character or whatever, it still would still be that. Hold on, I see we have a bit of a problem here. It seems like I have two chats going on that appear on the screen. I've never noticed this before. Tibbs, type something for me. I think I have a secondary chat forgotten, like on the screen. I'm doing the blending. What the hell have I done on this overlay? Yes. Why am I seeing it? I see it like over here on the top left between the my face and the cooker. Unless it's for me only, or it appears. I have to check. Weird. Anyways, it's not a big deal. But good thing we spotted it. You know how much I like to fix things on my streams. So let me just zoom in again because I can't read shit. Almost done with this. Almost done. This might actually come out a lot more than I anticipated. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, we're done here. No, we're not doing the soup yet, but we'll get there. I've started with the sweet thing. Like I said, you probably missed that one, Heki. I've seen this on TikTok, right? And it looked really nice. And I thought to myself, like, yeah, we can try this. It's easy, it's fast. I mean, it needs an hour in the fridge. So I thought to start with all this stuff so we can put it on the fridge, and then we'll start with the soup. So by the time this is done, and then we need a little bit more time to finish it off with the garnishes and everything. Yeah, yeah, we'll do the soup. Just want to get that thing done. Okay, so this is a lot. I mean, I was expecting a lot less. This is a lot. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit this anymore in the fridge. So these are plain cookies. Okay. So next, and I'm a bit slow as well. With one eye is not, you know, it's not easy to do stuff. So we're going to go in with 2 tablespoons of cocoa. You know what? I'll scrimp all of it because it's empty. We didn't have much more. So what am I going to do with it? We're going to add a little bit more sugar, powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons as well. I'm running out of stuff. That's 1.5. Yeah, comes out a little bit more sweet. Who cares? Sweets are meant to be sweet. Okay. Right. All right, let me just give them a little bit of a mix here, just so that goes everywhere. Now we're gonna prepare the liquid stuff. And we're gonna do the not so favorite part of mine, which is sticking my hands in this thing. All right, so I'm gonna park that there. Oops, we made a bit of a mess here. Ugh. Okay, so I need my trusted campfire gas because this is the way I do stuff. And then I need this. Then we need 3 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna melt this. So we need a little bit more. Okay, that's about 3. We're not gonna be boiling this, we just need it to melt, okay? So low heat. In the meantime, we put our things back in their places, such as the fridge, the cupboard. Now, this is not something you can leave it on the fire because it's going to start sizzling. So what I usually do, I just move it around a little bit so we don't have that problem. And it shouldn't take long, especially if you put the butter out of the fridge a little bit earlier. So let me just go and get my milk. Oh. And for the milk part, we need 3/4 of a cup. I got a glass here. Just about there. So I do need the other one. It's melting slowly. We also need low heat because you don't want to burn your hands once you put it into the mixture. Almost there with this. And we're going to carry on and we're going to warm up the milk as well. All right, we're done here. Just going to add it in there. And let's warm up the milk. I hope it fits. Oh, it does. It does. Excellent. Just going to leave it like that and just wait for this to be done as well. And then we'll start with, if I find my towel, we'll start with the soup. Now we'll have a bit of a delay there as well, waiting for everything to boil. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop everything up very, very fine. So we will save a little bit on time. So let's hope this will turn out good, because I don't know. I mean, I do try some stuff from the internet that I see around every now and then. But sometimes they turn out good, sometimes they don't. Let's see how this one's going to go. I'm a bit worried about the amount of milk to the biscuits. I don't know if that's going to make a dough or it's going to stay crumbly. But we'll find out in a couple of minutes. I think that's way too much biscuit. We might have to do a little bit more milk. Might. We'll see. We're not boiling it. We are making it hot. Oh, we're not going to need this. Not warm enough. Not hot. It's getting there. Now, that's one thing I don't like about when I'm cooking is waiting. I want to get things moving. Oh no, we got into the Funko Pop stuff. Yay! Okay, I think we're ready here. Let's see if we're gonna make this thing work or we just wasted 3 lovely packs of biscuits. Oof. I think I warmed up the milk a little bit more than I wanted. The key here, because I've done some work with biscuits before, not an expert, but is that you really need to work this. So all the crumbs get together, all the moisture is absorbed by everything, so you have a dough. From the looks of things, I think the 2.5 tablespoons of cocoa might have been not enough, but it will do. This needs to be worked a little bit more. Oof, it's out of my hand now. It's not sticky anymore, but still needs work. And still not all of it been incorporated into one mass. And that's the best I'm gonna get. Jesus, I never thought this thing's gonna be this hard. I mean, I do bread and stuff, but this, holy crap. This thing needs fucking strength. Oof. Okay. Wow. All right, hold on a second. Now I'm gonna go for the difficult part. At least difficult for me. Might have to do this in two rolls. Ah, crap. A little bit small. Said to my wife, "Do you have any cling film to do some cookies?" Yeah. And she has this little piece of shit. Why is this small? See, my small stuff. You know what I mean? I need bigger stuff. Okay, now how I'm going to do this is going to be enough to wrap it around. This is too much. Might do it in 2 pieces. Yeah, it might actually fit back in. It's a bit crumblier than what I've seen online. But let's see if we can make it work. Okay. This is why I said this is the difficult part, because I don't really do this kind of thing. It's rolling very often. Okay. Okay, even if it breaks here, we're going to be okay. Well, it didn't turn out too bad, but I think I might have been a little bit off. I might have put like 50, 60 grams more of the cookie. Oh, it still tastes like the cookie. The cocoa didn't do much. Hmm. Okay, 1 hour in the fridge, it says. So let's put it for an hour in the fridge. And let's clean up here a little bit. And we'll move on the leek soup. Okay. Leek soup. And get a plate. And let's start getting our ingredients ready. So we're going to start with the onions. Now, just a reminder, this is a velvet soup, so cutting small pieces and dicing is not required, because we're going to be blending everything at the end. Hey, hi, Angrim. Good morning. Well, good morning, good afternoon. For you, good night. Time zones, man, fucking confusing. The onion here, we might have a bit of an issue, because with my eye, if it affects my eye, you're gonna see a grown man cry. So there are 2 small onions, but I have a bit left over as well. I want to use that to get it out of the way. And it's just chopping it up roughly, so they're not, whole. Don't overdo it. I mean, I'm just doing it to utilize some stuff that I have, but you need 1.5, maximum 2. So that's that. And next one up is potatoes. You need like 3 medium size. I'm gonna put 2 big ones here. I think it's gonna be enough. I want to make it a little bit more. And since potatoes have all the starch and probably, is the one that giving you more or less your texture at the end of it. If you overdo it and it becomes a little bit too thick, all right, don't worry. You have cream and milk. It's gonna go in there, so you can adjust that. So don't be afraid to add some more. Okay, give them a little rinse. But I think these 2 sized potatoes is enough. We have one more, but still debating. We have time for that. Okay, so let's get started with the basic stuff. And first of all, olive oil. Well, we want to cover the bottom generously. Let's put it this way. Okay. That goes on. In the meantime, we'll grab our bacon. Um, Bacon, I would say again, is up to you how much you want. This is smoked bacon. I'm going for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, make that 11 slices. Because I know you boys love bacon. Rough cut so we can actually just work with it on the pot, nothing else. Okay, we're going to park this here on the side. And for the moment, we're going to chill and wait. I'm going to wait for the oil to warm up. My wooden spoon. Gonna need some salt. We're gonna need some pepper. And there are several versions of this, of course, which also include thyme and other spices like that, but we're gonna go for the plain version. And yeah, let's wait a little bit. Take it slow. It's Sunday, and as I said, I can't focus my thought with this very much. Let's hope tomorrow morning we'll go and the doctor is going to be fine because we got a lot of grind to do in our gaming. Lots of grinding. And it's raining again. Excellent. All right, let me get I don't know. We're gonna go for about 1.5 liters of water on this. Get that one ready. Let's put it here. You know what? I think I'm gonna go in with the other potato as well. Why not? Okay, let's go in with the onions. Yeah, that's good, dude. That's good. If you have a clientele, that's good. Keep going. All right, we're just gonna let this for a minute. Just get the flavors into the oil, and we're going with the bacon. This is the important part. That's the flavor we want. So we're gonna let this cook for a little bit. Medium to high heat. Just gonna add my salt here myself. Not too much because this bacon is pretty salty, to be honest. Pepper. All right, this will take a minute. In the meantime, maintenance. So to save time, we are going in with smaller pieces so they cook faster. Hopefully this will fit in this pot. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay, that's ready. We're cooking the bacon quite a bit today. Okay, so I'm just going to move this over here. It's not going to fit in the pot. I'm going to have to bring another pot. And what we got here is our leek. And for this, we mainly want the top part. Not only, but mainly. Because the top part is going to give us the color. So, oh, this one has actually a lot more. I like leeks. Make a lot of pies with it. And it cleans up easily. Okay, so that one is clean. We clean all the outside and everything. This one I'm going to wash a little bit. But let me try and get some more here. More green stuff. Okay. Gonna give it a nice wash. Because the green parts, the top, the leaves, can have a lot of dirt. Unless you like your soup to be very crunchy. Okay, and we're just going to chop this up for the extra flavor. Yeah, I don't mind getting a little bit more. Okay, I don't want to have a crispy bacon, but I think this is enough time for the bacon to get all its flavors out. Yep. I need a new pot. This is not big enough. This is the biggest problem that I usually have when I'm cooking is that I start with something and then I realize that, oh, well, it's not going to fit here. That is my biggest problem. All right, so I'm going to transfer this here. Me and volumes don't go well together. Okay, so I need more water, of course. So we're going to start with 1.5 liters. Then probably we're also going to be adding the cream and the milk. So also this side is a lot faster to cook. Okay, we're going to let it get to a boil. Then we'll start adding the potatoes, the leeks, and we'll let them all cook properly so we can blend them. Now, if you do have any chicken broth or beef stock, add it. This time I don't, so I'm going in with a little bit of beef stock just to enhance the flavor a little bit. It's not necessary because of the bacon, but personally I would go with chicken stock. Of course, you add less water when you have that. Okay. Smells good. Again, not necessary. It's an option if you want to. If you want more intense flavors and things. Otherwise, just don't put anything. Just go with the bacon or even more bacon to get the flavor. The end flavor is not going to be bacon, okay? It's going to be a... I'm trying to find the words to describe the flavor. You have the aroma of a bacon, if you put enough, depending on your quantities here. And you'll have the nice green look with... and feel like you're having something vegetable, but with bacon on top of it. I think that's the very best way of describing it. And since you know how patient I am, let's get that out of the way. This will take forever to blend. Now, you could wait for it to boil, but if you do it this way, right, don't worry, it's going to get reduced and everything's going to be covered with water. And the amount of water we're going to lose during the boiling, we're going to replace with the milk and heavy cream. Now, this is why I like cooking in pots and not doing stew. Stew is also good in like roast, but you just put the lid on and you just leave it, and you're all good. You don't have to worry about it. As long as you don't have it on extreme high heat, everything else is okay. Oh, I didn't check the time. How long it's been? Okay, it hasn't been an hour, but I'm gonna have a look on, well, that biscuit thing. Yeah, it's still warm from the milk. And this will take another 20-30 minutes. So we have time to chat a little bit. We need to catch up with the chat here. Nope, I can't catch up with the chat. I'm having difficulty. So I'm going to go and drop some eye drops on my eye while everything else is on its way. Also, the chat is bigger here in the room. Man, I swear, the eye stuff is the worst. You know, break a leg, arm, I've done it. Stitches, open my head, pull teeth out. The eye thing is the worst. Horrible. Anyways, I'm coming back in the kitchen, put some eye drops. The thing that's bothering me the most right now, my eye, is the onion. That is the one that is doing this to me at the moment. But although I try not to stream, guys, when I'm not feeling well, but today is Sunday, I'm chilled out, and I had to do this cooking anyways. So it doesn't really affect as much. Sorry for the sightseeing, me being with one eye swollen and stuff, but I believe most of the people that come to the stream, which is what, 5-6 people, we all know each other for many years. I don't think that matters much. Do 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 do. Yeah, it would, but the thing is, I can't. An eye patch would help, and probably get one on Monday for a day or two. But I don't want it because I can't see very well, so I'm doing stuff, and sometimes I open my eye just to focus and see the depth. I can't. Plus, don't forget that I'm short-sighted and long-sighted, so I don't see very well far. I don't see very well close. So I need to open the eye every now and then just to get the whole picture, so I don't cut my hands. Because if I open my eye a little bit and then I can see, then I know how to do it. It's with one eye, I'm having difficulty controlling it, so I prefer to keep it closed myself. So like we finish here, right? I'll have lunch because I have to get my medication, and then I'm just gonna go lie down, close my eyes for 3-4 hours, and it'll be good again until tomorrow. But I have to go to the doctor and see if he's going to give me something else or do a better work with the The contact lens, because I put a contact lens, but it's higher short-sightedness than the one that I have, so I don't see from my right eye. Is the only one that they had to give me at the hospital. I said, I need you to put this in the contact lens because it touches my eye thingy, my eyelid, and it did. But they only had high degrees. That's the word, high degrees. So I really don't see. It's like I have one, and they gave me a 4. So everything is blurry on this eye completely. It's the problem is that it happens as usual, right? On a Sunday where I had to cook this food for a friend. I wanted to do the cake that I've seen on the internet. I have to go to the houses because I have people working on the Sunday, which is stupid, but it is what it is. I have some computer work to do, and there's Land of the Dead that I wanted to go and finish my stuff for my character. Why you don't have glasses? Because if I open my right eye with a contact glass that already has its own degrees, I can see a little bit blurry. If I have these degrees plus the degrees of the glass, I see nothing. I get dizzy, my eye cries because it struggles. You can't wear double glasses. That's why. So now here, just to give you a rundown, what we're expecting, what we're waiting here is everything to soften up so we can blend it. Then we're going to take it through a sieve, make sure we have a nice texture. And we'll finish the sweet, the cake. Oh, I'm not wearing contact lenses either. I hate them. I hate them. I have to go to the hospital to put it in. I couldn't put it in. I don't know how to do that stuff. But the reason why I wear it is because when it gets damaged, okay, it hurts, right? Because the membrane is touching the eyelid. So put a contact lens in between so it doesn't touch it and scrapes all day. And we leave it a couple of days with the eye drops to allow it to naturally heal. And then 3 or 4 days later, we take the contact lens out and I carry on with like putting drops 6, 7, 8 times a day to make sure the eye stays hydrated, never dried, so it never touches. And that's the problem. It dries out and then gets sticky and then it rips it open. I hate contact lenses. My brother wears since he was 18. And he was always bugging me, oh, you should get it, your glasses don't look good, they're heavy, whatever, it's easy, you never lose them, you know, stuff like that. I only do it for medical reasons because the doctor, he helps with this. I hate contact lenses. Actually, I think my glasses make me look a lot better than this ugly mug. It's like an improvement on my face, you know? But it is what it is. I don't like contact lenses at all. Especially when people like they have no problem and they go and put like contact lenses to change the color of their eyes. It's like, why would you want to put some shit in your eye to have different eye color? I mean, be who you are, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Stick stuff in my eye to change my color. Arr! Nah. No, 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 no. Boil. I was hoping that this would take me a bit longer to do, so I would be dealing with the cake, the biscuits, but and I think this is my biggest thing have to solve on cooking stream. Like when we do things like that, what do you do in between? That's always been a trouble for me. Because sometimes I do some washing up here, save some time, whatever, but what do we do while waiting for this to boil? Because that one needs to cool down, this needs to boil, and I can't be making 20 things every time you stream. It's too much food in the house like that. Well, at least we are boiling. Slowly, getting there. Patience. So, just a reminder for the Warhammer Online fans that today is Land of the Dead at 10 o'clock UTC +3. Right? I want to go, for those of you that play on our side, but I'm not sure how this is going to be. Maybe after I sleep, maybe I can pull off an hour. just to go have some fun. But we'll see how that goes. Oh, now we're really boiling. You know what? I've decided to do one more thing. Because I hate just sitting around, man. Like, generally speaking, I hate. Usually when I do this alone, not streaming, I just leave this and go, do a scenario in Warhammer, make a list of stuff I need to do in Enshrouded, stuff like that. Ah, which reminds me, now that I said Enshrouded, Tibbs, did you happen to go to the forge room at the end of it and see the little workbenches that I put down as an idea? Because I thought you said you're going to have a look on the weekend. I didn't have time to, because of my eye. I was planning to do stuff yesterday, but so I wanted to finish the section completely, but I put some ideas there. All right, boys, what we're going to do is, I got a baguette here. Let's do this. It's going to come handy. Yeah, all good. So I'm going to cut some very thin slices here, as far as I can see with one eye. Like I said, this is not just for me. I'm going to give to some friends. So I'm making some extra stuff here. Yeah, I think that I'll do one more. That'll be nice. Okay, now we are definitely boiling. Woo, nice. So things will speed up now. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. Okay, so I have to show you this because otherwise we won't be able to communicate due to the fact that you're from different countries. And the word toaster does have different meanings into appliances for different people, at least for us. This is what we call a toaster. Yeah. Make ham and cheese toasters and stuff. I don't know how you call it. That's the name here. So if you say I want a toaster, that's what you're getting. You are not getting the one that you put 2 slices of bread and then pop up. It has a different name here. You call it a sandwich maker. Yeah. It's here, I mean, probably the sandwich maker to the toaster is more accurate in English. However, if you come in Greece and say, I want a toaster machine, that's what you're getting. Okay, so I want to clarify because out of a habit, after 45 years, I still call it a toaster. So you know what I'm going to be using. Okay. So don't think I'm going to put all these in those the things that you put the 2 slices of bread. There's going to be a lot of freaking soup here, man. And I wish I wanted to put my head over and smell it, but it's going to fuck up my eyes, so no. So I'm going to place this like this, okay, on that, and I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it on top, like grilling it, okay? I'm using that because it's more convenient for me than actually turning the entire oven on. And because I don't have a camera across, I want to show you what I'm going to be doing here. And here I have some Parmesan cheese, okay, which I pretty much always have in my freezer, okay? You don't have to defrost it. You just, I mean, it's never really frozen. It's just harder, I suppose. Okay, so, man, one-eye things are difficult. Sorry for the effects, but and that's the worst part. Your right eye has a problem. It starts running, then your left eye starts running, then your nose starts running, and everything is running. So I'm gonna put a little bit of like Parmesan cheese on top of this. All right. And then I'm gonna put him on the sandwich maker. And we're gonna like grill it, so it's gonna melt. And I want this to become like a rusk. I want it to be really hard and dry. Okay. Oops. So that's what I'll be doing for the next couple of minutes across. And what we're going to, now there's two things we're going to do with this, or you can do with this, rather, not do, but you can. One is you can leave them as they are, like big slices, okay? And just have them on the side. But the Parmesan cheese is going to harden quite a bit. You know, it's going to be grilled. It's going to be hard. So either you can chop it up in small pieces and use it inside the soup as croutons. Croutons. I don't know if my pronunciation is good there. Or, like I said, on the side, or you can chop it up and just put it in there. This soup is also not for me, but you know, chefs recommending you can have it like with a tablespoon of yogurt in the middle of it or something like that, make it fresher. I don't, but I give you guys the option. Okay. So I'm gonna leave them there and forget them for a while. I don't know, Tibbs. I mean, it's a stream, it's Sunday, people are chilling. I don't know if a rant is the best thing right now. Oh, what we're calling the one. I don't have an exact English word for you, but the best way I could describe it to have an understanding would be French toast. Man, languages can be difficult. Because like I'm trying to find some things in the cupboard to explain this. So like this is not a rusk, right? But it's what we call a French toast, but it's not really that. But there's no English words to describe this. You have to actually learn the language to understand. But and to be honest, 90% of households don't have the one, you know. Yeah, the thing is that this thing, it's not really a toast maker 100% because I can put like skews of meat and cook them. I can open it up like this, flat out, and I can grill on it. But it's called a toaster because you toast a lot of stuff. We do chestnuts here. We do walnuts. We do ham and cheese toasties. We can do meat and fish. So sandwich maker is really limited. So it toasts everything you want basically, but it's not a grill. It's yeah, personally, I don't have the vocabulary to explain it any further. Unfortunately. All right, let's see how we are getting along with this. Ooh. I want to check the potatoes. That's the important thing here. And the leek, of course, but mainly the potatoes so we can blend them. Yeah, it needs a little bit more. It needs a little bit more. Additional flavoring you can do here. Pocket grill, I suppose you could use that. You could add thyme if you want, rosemary, not together. You know, if you want to go more earthly flavors, definitely no oregano, but you can go with thyme. You can go with rosemary if you want. We just need to wait a little bit more so we can start blending and doing stuff. So I'm going to try and do some. I'm trying to see where we're going to fit all this. Probably going to need more bowls for this. Yeah, let's get another one out. Unfortunately, and luckily for me, I'm not going to be doing this because I can't see shit. So the wife is going to deal with that today. So we can be extra messy. But I am looking for. I like this soup a lot. I do. Um, Now we have to start considering, right? What we're gonna do for Easter. I mean, only once we did a 9-hour stream. Now we actually did a whole leg of lamb out in the yard. Maybe, but shit, Easter is not on the right. Hecky, get a bigger vacation or sooner, and come down here and help me do Easter food. Will be fun. I'll wake you up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Make you carry charcoal and wood. But you get free accommodation and food. And of course, spotlight on the stream. Yeah, almost there. Okay, I'm reading. Go on. 1 tank, 2 DPS, 1 heal. Okay. They had 1 tank, 2 DPS, 1 1 heal DPS. Okay, so they had 1 DPS heal more than you. Okay. Oh no, so you had 2 DPS that had 1 DPS and 1 heal DPS. Okay, I got it. Yeah, here's the question. I'll explain. What type of DPS did you have? Did you have 2 ranged and they had 2 melees? Like what classification of DPS you had? That's the first question. So if they had 2 melee and you had 2 ranged, is 100% guarantee loss. That was the main problem on Reinhardt. If they had 2 DPS, which are spell casting, and you had 2 DPS, which are physical casting, like Sniper NG and Shadow Warrior, okay, most likely you would lose as well because physical damage is mitigated better because you have toughness and armor. The spell damage is only toughness. Yeah, this is why you lost, because they can mitigate your damage better because everybody wears armor and they have a bit of toughness, so they chop down less damage. You don't. The dog, right, has extreme sustain, even as a DPS. So the shaman can single target heal someone in need, the one that's been DPS. He also has, for 20 seconds, 30% more heal on one individual. So he can focus on that, has the HOTS going, and the dog can keep himself up while DPSing you. So they had more heal, more damage, and more survivability. It doesn't count as a heal. It added it as a ranged DPS, spellcasting ranged DPS. That's how it added it. Now the heal, right? The heal, even if it's a DPS dog or a DPS warrior priest, they count as DPS. The fact that they can heal themselves and survive 1v1 and 2v1s, the system doesn't check that, and that creates the imbalance. That's the problem. You cannot have ranged versus melee. You cannot have healing DPS over non-healing DPS because they can stop DPS and they can heal, or they can keep themselves out and allow the healer to focus on one target heavily, which the proper healer single target heals are very big, and he doesn't have to worry. While your team takes damage from multiple sides, and the healers have to AoE heal, which is slower, and that's the problem. I don't think that will be getting addressed anytime soon, to be honest. It's a huge problem. Yeah, also don't forget that they have reworked the healers and the melee DPS, especially dog, warrior priest, shaman, archmage, all these kind of things. So now they actually work. Well, that means that before they have reduced the healing, but now the damage is better. Before it was a bit lower. Everything is higher. The rest of the classes range like engineer, hasn't been reworked, and that is a problem because theoretically, in order for us to catch up in a lot of things, including custom times, damage, and other stuff, we have to wait for the patch. So, all right. So I turn it off. Now I'm gonna add the heavy cream. Gonna check on a little bready thingies. Okay, I'm gonna leave them there for a little bit longer. And we're also gonna need a tablespoon of butter here, just for the flavor, the texture, for to become more creamy. Straight in. Yeah. The two honey tanks, is also the same problem. So for me, in order to create a genuinely best possible balance scenarios, right? The way you have to do it is to first of all split it in two categories. Number one, pre-mades and solo players. Okay. So if you have a 6-man, you queue for that one. And if you have a 5-man, for example, it's going to be a 6v6, then it will pull one person from the soloers. That's it. Right. So you want to do that. That's fine. You stay there and you just, do your gaming there. The second, for the soloers, you make lists: tanks, DPS, range DPS, melee DPS, heal DPS, tanks, heals, melee, ranged, and hybrid, 5 categories. For Destro and 5 for Warder queuing solo, okay? Every time 2 people queue up in a list, it shuffles, right? It shuffles the names up and down. And then what it does, it goes, I have a tank inside. I have a tank inside. I have a healer inside. I have a healer, yes. I have a range, yes. I have a range, no. We pose. Remove the range. I have a melee, I have a melee. I have a ranged, I have a range. Fix it, one group done, next one. If there isn't, then if like there isn't any hybrid melee healers on one side, and the hybrid melee healers on the other side, do not play. I don't give a shit. Same thing when you DPS and you wait for 3 hours because there's so many of them. So either too many you don't play, too few you don't play. That's fair enough. So you shuffle them, and the shuffling is so that people can go 1, 2, 3 queue all together and go as a group. So every time there's 2 people, he shuffles and it says, I need 2 tanks. Tank, healer, DPS, melee healer, range healer, healer. You know what I mean? It makes the list like that. Add it, shuffle, you move on, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead now and start blending this. It's still on heat, okay? I know it looks white at the moment, but in theory, if I've done everything right, it should become green in a minute. If it doesn't, that means I didn't put enough leek and we're kind of screwed. Flavor is going to be there, but the color is not going to be. So let's hope I made it right. Gonna give it a second. I want to check the bread. It needs a little bit more. Okay. I mean, I don't know how it looks on the stream. It could be. Okay, the color, it doesn't look very well on the stream, I know, but it's a pale green, okay? I needed to put more of the green stuff to add the color, but since I never keep the same quantities, it is green, by the way. I don't know how it looks on the camera, not great cameras, I'm sorry. But we have what we have here. It is a pale green. I want it to be a bit more dark, which means I had to add more leaves, but I'll be done in a bit. Put some green skin in there, yeah, that would work. So I'm gonna let it boil a little bit more because it's a bit, I need it reduced a little bit more, okay? Now, we're not done yet. Don't worry about the frothy part, it's because we just mixed it, okay? Also, I think another reason why it may not look as green as it is because the light is yellow on the extractor fan. Toxic slime. So now that we've blended this, okay, we are not done because Leek has a lot of fibers in it. And we also have the bacon, right? So there are going to be little chunks in there. It's a nice soup, though, right? We do have that. Now it's chunky. I just want to show you that it is chunky. Probably, let's see if I can see this on the stream. You see the chunks there? Yeah, you can see the little chunks. So we're going to solve that problem. Oh, nice. The news? What news? Which one? We have a lot of news recently, so. Ah, okay. And here, so I don't burn myself, we have the little breads that we did. Crispy, crispy, right? Very hard cheese grilled on top of it. It does. It does taste good. Like seriously, dude. That's why you see. That's why Hecky. That's why I was really excited. One of the main reasons. First of all, I want to meet you. But if you were to come down, we could cook something. And for once, I'll have somebody else except my wife, my mom, and some friends to tell me what they think about my cooking. You know what I mean? Like actually do it. It does take like leek with a smoky flavor. Mm. We dip this and then we do. Mm. Oh, that one. Yeah, I know. That's old news. It's been a couple of months, this situation. Okay. I'm going to turn it off for now. Okay. And now we're going to go and do, I don't know, this might get extremely messy with one eye. It's going to be beautiful. What? Acts of Creation is dead, man. People are disappointed. No one's gonna do anything with that anymore. All right. Wish me luck. This is the part that kind of most people hate doing in these kind of situations. Dibs, you're gonna have to send me that link on a PM on Discord. I won't be able to find it on the stream. Or put it on the game discussions. All right, this is what I meant when I said I'm gonna have a lot of fiber. Yeah, it's still bacon here, but we wanted the flavor to make a smooth velvet soup. You can, okay, I'm not gonna do it now. You can do more bacon on a frying pan, crispy bacon, and what you call it. Then you can sprinkle some on top of it. So you can have your soup with the croutons with Parmesan cheese that we did there on the side, and then you can add some crispy bacon on top of it. I mean, this is still edible. It's bacon, leek, and onion. It's nothing bad, but we want to make a nice smooth velvet soup, not a chunky one. So we're going to go through this process as many times as is needed to get all those fibers so we have a nice smooth. Yeah, okay, Tips. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. So we're just moving the spoon around so we clear the sieve so the liquid can go through. I wonder if I could fry this and make like vegetable leek bacon like meatballs. I suppose I can try, right? I need to find something to automate this. I know it's a lot of work, man, but if you like the food for yourself, it's good. It's a good way of doing it. If you want to make it for someone you love, it's also worth the time. But my fingers are getting tired because this sieve doesn't look much, but it is kind of like heavy the way I'm holding it. Whew. Hold on a second, I got an idea. Let's put that one there. So I don't have to hold it much. And this is the worst part of it all. Ah, whoops. Sorry, I'm tired. My fingers hurt. Gonna check on the cake. Okay, we're coming towards the end of this, so I'm gonna put this in the freezer a little bit because it's still not as hard a thing as it should be. So that might help us finish this on this stream. I think this is giving me a hard time because I should have emptied it instead of added more into it. Ooh, I've never had this problem before. Holy crap. My fingers are killing me. I think we're pretty much done here. I need my fingers to kill Destro later. So this is all fiber, bacon, onion. Okay. Ah, gotta rinse this a little bit, otherwise afterwards it'll be a pain to clean. Okay. Oh no, I have more. Shit. I have a little bit more left here. Okay. Gonna put this on the side as well. It's gonna rinse this. Okay. I didn't want to like properly wash it. I just needed to remove like the chunky bits that get stuck around. Back on the heat, we're gonna add the soup we just strained. Hold on a second. My favorite tool in the whole wide world. This damn thing is worth every single penny. Okay. Mm. I can eat the whole thing right now. I just need a little bit more pepper. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there to keep it warm for me. This usually I throw away. Okay, consistency is good. So let's grab, yeah, let's get one of those. Ah, my eye. Okay, next thing. See, we said we can use these as croutons. That's what we're going to do next. Or you can have them on the side, the little rasks. So we're just going to cut them. Yeah. So we have little oddly shaped Parmesan cheese pieces. And what to do with it? Can get a nice little thing like this. Yeah. We'll do a little plating later. Or you can leave them on the side and just crunch on them. Okay. I didn't mention we can do some bacon on the side. I think it's a good idea to do that. Good idea to do that to have a nice, um, complete, good-looking dish. I mean, we have time, right? So, but this time I do want this to be very, very, very fine. It's going to let that become crispy slowly. Picture man here is going to have a glass of water because I talk too much. Okay. I'm going to take this out of here because I don't have enough space. And I need to get started with a cake again. So we're doing that. I know it's a velvet soup, but it's going to add to the crunchiness, bacon flavor, and bacon aroma. So here we have some water. So we start melting some chocolate here for that experimental. Just checking that it doesn't touch the water. Okay. And yes, we need the cake, the actual cake. Let's see how we're doing that. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it on the freezer until the last minute. It says an hour. It hasn't been an hour yet in the fridge, and I think I might have added a little bit more biscuit than it should, so a bit more crumbly. But we'll see what we're going to do about that. Because every packet is like 225 grams. They said 600, so probably added 700. Sorry, we probably added 75 grams more. I don't know how much that affects a cake. This is the reason why I prefer not to do cakes, because you have to be extremely accurate to make things spoil. So we wait on that. We wait for that one to start boiling. We're going to melt the chocolate here. We're not going to need a lot for the chocolate. We don't. I hope not. Anyways. I'm probably going to burn the bacon, but so I'm just using all the leftovers I have here. Get them out of the way. Same brand, different style. One is in a bar, the other one is on drops. Τι, ναι, το τρώψαμε. Αλλά τα έχω κάνει λίγο, δεν βλέπω εδώ. Ένα μάτι. Ε, ε, ε. Μόνο τα σκετάψεις. Δίπλωσέ το όμορφα. Adoro lo. It's a waiting game again, guys. It's a waiting game. Wait for the bacon. We wait for the cake. We're waiting for the chocolate to melt. Gonna add a little bit of olive oil to speed things up a little bit. Okay. It's a good thing I have everything twice. Let's speed that one up a little bit. Get it boiling, then we'll reduce it. I have on one of those little crouton thingies. I'm getting hungry with all this cooking. I have it on low medium because I usually burn stuff as I do a lot of things. So we're gonna wait. All good things take time. All good things take time. Yeah, this already start melting a little bit. Very good. I'll stick with the bacon. I'm trying to see if actually the bacon getting any color, but it's very difficult to. So I'm assuming we should be done in a little bit. Are we streaming only like I started? Oh no, this is 1 hour back. So we're streaming. How long are we streaming? An hour or two? It can't be 1 hour. It's too short. I hope it's going to be enough. At least for the sample we're going to do for you boys, should be enough. There's one more thing I want to do, but let's just finish the baking here before I burn everything. I hope you guys not in a rush to go anywhere. All right, I think we're almost done there. Okay, I'm going to turn it off, the bacon. Going to leave it on for a few more seconds. Let's not debate burnt over crispy. But what I don't really want is all that oil in my soup. If you like it and you know its flavor and all that, you can definitely use that. Okay, we need to turn the other one down as well a little bit. We don't want the chocolate to burn, and we can take it off. And we can turn everything off. Okay, my bacon, I think, is crispy enough for me. So I'm just gonna put it over some paper towel here just to get all that oil. I mean, it does bring out. We added some olive oil as well. I don't want it in my soup. I want a nice velvet soup. I don't want an oily soup. See how much oil we have here? Just gonna get another piece. Ah, good. Want to flip it and keep the one that doesn't have all the oil, but all good. Nice. On the chocolate front, we're definitely gonna need more, but all right, I need to clean some knives here for a second. Get all that greasy stuff out of here. Now the moment of truth for the cake. So I will try and finish the cake thingy, and then we'll plate the food, and I can go eat. Okay. Let's see if we did a good job and followed the instructions correctly, which I really doubt. You know me, I'm not very accurate, but I may not do things 100%, but at least for my liking, anyways. I like the flavor of the food that I make. Never had a lot of complaints, or I mean, you can't say any, but sometimes I get some food really salty. Okay, that was broken from the beginning, anyways. So let's take the small piece and work with. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, it cuts like bread. I'm assuming we could make them thicker if we wanted to, but let's leave it at that at the moment. Okay. Hold on, bear with me for a moment. Let's add another. Yes. Let's add another layer to this. Okay, I can't be asked to right now wash again, so we'll go old school. It's not. It's not clean, dude. I mean, everything is in here, but it's not clean. It's not clean. Plus, I have to tell you a little secret. The wife does help a lot. Okay, boys, the moment of truth here. So we're going to grab this. Okay, we're gonna like make a little cover, and then we're gonna roll this like that. Now, here's the problem with this recipe. I think I know what's wrong here. I need to cut them thicker so they can actually freaking stand on their own. Because this is not going to work. But generally speaking, that's the end result. We'll do another one. It's not bad. I mean, it does take a long time to do it, but sorry, I'm trying to chew here. It does taste like cookies. Yeah. We could have put more cocoa to make it more bitter, but the difference here, mainly, yeah, that one stands. So you need to have like bigger chunks there. It's it became from a hard biscuit cookie, more of a soft cookie with some extra chocolate and the peanuts. Definitely, it looks better than the classic biscuit. We're just making it a different form, different texture, and you can play with this a lot. I think that's a good thing about this. What I mean is, it's biscuit, milk, butter, a bit of sugar, and cocoa. So we could smash some, let's say, banana in here, right? Chopped strawberries, give it that extra flavor, and convert to something better looking very quickly in the house within an hour. If you have people coming in, you know, friends or whatever, that would be a good thing. Um, so, you know, this could work also. Um, this could work also if no, the taste is good. It's different texture, like it's softer, and you know, the chocolate adds, the walnuts add as well. So I want the chocolate to be soft. We're gonna plate now, or at least try to. Hold on, I lost my chat. There we go. Okay. Um, I'm trying not to break them because I think they need a little bit more time in the freezer. So let's clean this up a little bit so we can, you know what? I'll just flip it around. We'll just flip it around. All right, so I'm gonna grab my favorite plate. Gonna bring the soup around. And yes, there are big plates. If you want it to be thicker, just cook it a little bit more, okay? Don't be afraid of that. Yeah, we have that as well. This is kind of like more molded into a biscuit thing. I saw this recipe on the internet, so I thought to do it. So we also here have, let me see if I can actually put this all in one frame here. We can, okay. So just to finish the plating here. So this is our leek soup with bacon, okay? And here we have some croutons with Parmesan cheese, and here we have some crispy bacon. So we can add some crispy bacon in the middle. Yeah. And then a couple of croutons around it. Like that. Personally, I'm going to go with a little bit of extra pepper here, just in the middle. And finish it off with a little bit of olive oil. It's just for the fresh flavor. If you're a fan of the olive oil. Yeah. So we're going to put this here on the side. And I'm going to remove the chat so I can take a little photo of this. So for the video, okay, now I can read again what you guys are saying. If you're saying anything, whoop, come on. All right, here we go. So that's lunch. You add as much as you want from each, okay? And it's going to take this on the side. And we're going to attempt to plate a proper one of these sweet things. As soon as I find the plate that I cleaned. All right, and here we're going to attempt that one more time. So we're going to roll this in the chocolate on all sides to make it nice and rich. Okay, more or less. And before it cools down, it's going to roll it on the walnuts. I know I'm plating only one, I know, but as I said, you can add some strawberries or whatever if you have something around it. But just for the decor here, because I do love chocolate and banana myself, and I do, generally speaking, do have bananas in the house. No, let's do slices, I think. Let's do let's do some slices. It's not coming out the way I want to do. Okay, scrap that. Going for plan B. Plating is my weak spot, I think. I think plating is my weak spot. Yeah. Come on. Don't worry, I'll be eating this. Here's the problem. We ran out of cocoa today, which is unacceptable in this house. We ran out of cocoa. So basically I wanted to sprinkle some cocoa on top of this. But since I can't, we're going to go some powdered sugar on this. Okay. Maybe a little bit more on top here. Okay, put this on the side. And I think it doesn't look too bad. I don't know, you tell me. I mean, presumably you're going to eat this with a fork. Yeah. So I'm going to take another photo of this. Okay. Okay. And that's it, ladies and gents, for today. We got our leek soup and bacon. We made this weird thing we've seen on the internet. It's okay. I mean, it's not super wow, but if you have a few ingredients like biscuits, cocoa, milk, and butter, you can just make something different, more impressive, instead of offering just a biscuit or a cookie. It tastes good. And you can add some flavors next to it, like, you know, strawberries. We could also, like, you know, if you like banana with chocolate, I suppose, there you go. We can also do that. It's drying out a little bit, but yeah, you can play with it, whatever you like. Anyways, that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to the doctor for my eye. Hopefully we'll be able to stream tomorrow, Monday. If not, probably I'll see you Tuesday. The eye has to heal before I can stay on the screens and everything. So thanks a lot, guys, for attending today, this Sunday cooking session with me. We'll cook lunch together every Sunday, right? So take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next week. Thank you, Chloroform. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for being here. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate it.